Welcome, Starseed children and light workers, to our channel. This is episode 18. I'm going to be opening up into the sacred space to be able to connect to you guys about Christ consciousness, galactic consciousness, cosmic consciousness. This episode is going to be called Awakening Within a Dream. Within a dream, within a dream. So this is what I designed all of these episodes to assist ones that are star children, light workers, galactic guardians, gatekeepers, grid keepers, way showers, ascension guides of the future, ones that are experiencing the ascension transition, the ones that are awakening the light body. This is all physical ascension temple body. So the ascension temple body is the returning to the light bodies, returning to the universal soul, full embodiment, and the crystalline diamond light plasma computer grid template. So you can call it the computer, but we're going to I kind of want to speak so you guys understand templates. Okay, so the templates is going to be the light bodies, the physical, when we talk about the physical body templates, and we talk about the super quantum computer system, we're actually talking about the physical body templates. Okay, this is all about the returning to the sacred temple body. Returning to the God self, returning to the galactic guardian self, star being self, whatever it is that you choose to connect to in your heart. Okay, so God consciousness, source consciousness, Christ consciousness. There's multidimensional consciousness and many consciousness in this reality. Okay, so holographic realities, universal time grid is if I'm going to be able to open and expand, you can visualize like millions of TVs. If you are going to turn on millions of TVs, millions of windows in time, this is a holographic multidimensional experience in a universal time matrix. Okay, and we'll go. I just wanted you to know that you can tune into any channel that you want to. So millions of channels is millions of dimensions. A lot of people say we know that there's the 12 dimensional template, and that will be the crystalline system, which is fully gone at this point. For a lot of us, it's more of a diamond light, or a solar plasma. It's all diamond frequencies too, but it's like a diamond plasma. I'm going to say photonic light, liquid light plasma, diamond bodies, different types of bodies, atomic bodies, star bodies is what the collectives is transitioning to, which is a part of the solar awakening. So it really has to do with your physical body. So that's where I'm getting at, is that there's the 12 dimensional template that we all know about. We know about the 12 strands, and most people do, and if you don't, you eventually will be able to resonate to a vibrational frequency timeline to align to some research. And we can keep going into different strand structures too as well. There's new root races, so because there's all new root races coming in, and the ones that are bringing it in, as in us, okay, there's new root races, and since there's the new root races coming in from another time and space, and also from the future for some, and there is no time and space, so we are bringing in the new root races templates. So hopefully you would be able to understand that too as well. You can call it new, original, whatever resonates, but these ones are actually new. So kind of opening up into the space. Why would this episode be called Awakening Within a Dream, Within a Dream? A lot of people would think that that is lucid dreaming. Okay, so that's fine if that's the way that you want to look at it. All right, so Christ consciousness, full embodiment of Christ consciousness, universal soul embodiment. This is a sacred journey as far as a reawakening a reawakening the platform. Plates, when you come in here, your plates are white. So you don't remember anything. You won't remember anything about who you are. Your ancient energies, past lives, your family, and we're talking about your galactic family, your angelic human DNA, the advanced being that you are, the avatar templates, everything is completely wiped when you come in here. And that has to do with the fall of Atlantis. So, and there's other different fall systems too as well, but we're going to keep it simple today. So, okay, so when you come in here, your plates are wiped completely. So you don't remember anything, you don't remember who you are, and everyone does know that. And it's the reason why everyone is always trying to go down the rabbit holes and to figure out, connecting through the universe, realigning to the universe, trying to figure out everything. Well, you have to stop doing that. What you can do is really simple. You activate your light bodies. How do you do that? You can go outside and charge your body with photonic light in the sun. You have a natural source and an organic source right outside your window, right outside your house every day, and that's the sun, okay? So that is an organic way to start activating your codes. Charging your body and charging your energy body. That would be the highest pathway I would tell you to go and activate photonic light, was to actually go get out in the sun. You can activate to visualization naturally visualizing, organically activating your own codes, key codes. You can use numbers or keys or equations or orthograms, geometric, sacred geometry, whatever is going to resonate in your heart. So we'll go back to that in a minute. Quantum lifestyle. So quantum lifestyle is multidimensional timeline jumping. This is setting the intention to learn how to quantum leap, quantum jump is a part of the actual physical body, light bodies activating too as well. Now, these are just ideas. You can set the intention. That's all you have to do. The really simple one is just visualizing universes and galaxies filling up your whole body. Okay? Universes and galaxies filling up your whole body. So go look at pictures of what a universe or galaxy looks like. That's the easiest way we can tell you to do it. You want to fill up all the bodies. That's the avatar system. The avatar looks like starlight, cosmic light, rainbow light. So start looking at pictures about star portals. You can say astral portals, galaxies. What does the universe look like? Stars. And that would be the Christ star system. So the intelligence of the human species and the divine intelligence of where we're moving into. So kind of hopefully you'll be able to follow me with this one, is that we are superhumans already. Okay? When we come in here, we are, in a sense, like we said, everything's gone. So all of your plates are wiped. All of your memories are wiped. We already are Christed. We already are Christ consciousness. The soul is already pure. Okay? It's a matrix that is programmed in a lower dimensional frequency. You came in here also because the planet is also raising in frequency, but it's a lot more than that too as well. Some of us have soul purpose. Some of us are just here for experience, and some of us are actually here on missions. So that would be different soul missions, galactic guardianship, and also soul agreements of why we came in here. So soul agreements are also turning into new agreements right now, since the planet is shifting, and it's going to continuously shift into a higher new universal grid system. It's a multidimensional system. Like I said, just visualize millions of TVs turning on. If you had millions of TVs in front of you turning on, you can pick what channel you want to go into. I would say you probably want to pick the higher dimensions channel stations. So always remember that. The higher parallel parallel realities. A lot of people can say whatever they want to say, but you, like I said, you can listen to what I say and resonate if it resonates in your heart center, and you don't have to resonate with anything that I say. You don't ever have to believe anything I ever say, so that's good. I don't want you to. That is the evolution of the divine intelligence, consciousness, is that it's ever evolving. So it's okay. You have to understand that the true highest version of you would tell you this, to stop believing in everything. So it's okay. You have to stop believing to create a new template, to create the crystalline template, which is the computer system template, one of the first ones. And then you have your diamond light in atomics. There's also the star body. There is the universal body. There is the avatar systems. So it is all new, and always new light codes and new codes transmitting from a multiverse structures, blueprints. Hopefully you'll be able to understand that. Okay, so we want to move into a little bit about the dreams, waking from a dream within a dream. Right now, when you shift to the fifth dimensional bands, we're just speaking through experience right now, you have to understand that everything has to be white. So I wanted to tune into a little bit of the energies right now. There is grid drops. So last night I experienced back to back to back, it seemed like three grid drops. The grids completely collapsing. Grid drops, and that's within inside of me, which is transmitting out there in the earth. Whatever is in Gaia, whatever is in the planetary system, whatever is in this universal structure, is within inside of our body. So it's the actual universal grid that is making massive drops. You can call it shifting, whatever it is that you want to, but it's collapsing and dropping. We just went another adjustment with a pole shift again. It can only be integrated only a little bit at a time. Those of you that know about the pole shift. Okay. So inside of me, the pole shift will have to go back into a realignment, which that is what is happening. It doesn't mean that it would be in the planet. Okay. When you are from the future, and you are here from the future in a future body, and I know exactly what time period I come from the future, and you can call it a walk-in, whatever you want to call it, doesn't matter. I'm not going to say it, but most likely at this point. So we'll go into my angelic genetic mate, if you want to say, I guess you would consider, it's not really a walk-in, but yes, he would be a walk-in. So the kind of like the merging process of what we've been doing here, it's setting in templates, which is the whole new diamond light solar structure template for the angelic genetic mates, which are soulmates. Okay, kind of moving along. So we experience this, and it's experienced inside. So the universal grids are dropping. You can call it a shift, disruption, whatever it is that resonates with you. So it collapses, drops, and it was back to back, where it will feel like big bangs in your head when it happens. It will sound like a massive boom, like collapse, break, like breaking, in the head. So it will jolt you awake. It's unknown to the human. Okay, so it will jolt you completely out of your bed, especially because you're not going to understand what's going on in the head. And also, if you developed your super quantum computer system, the quantum human body in the beginning process, eventually you'll hear your higher self will merge with you enough to tell you what's happening. And that my higher self was just holding me and just telling me what was happening. And that's the big one in the house. The big one in the house is my highest universal soul. Okay. And we're not going to really go into that, but that's the one that will tell you, the one that it's like the highest one that always comes in, and we're still going through a merging process, and I don't want to really separate us, but this one will just tell you all these really funny ways how to get you out of your energetic loops with inside of your body and your matrices and all of your all of the hunas stuff of the fourth dimension and the third dimension, which is actually hilarious. Talking to this higher self is like, just stop believing in everything in this whole holographic reality, please, so we can create a new template. Thank you. And it's like, it's all with pure love. So awakening within a dream, within a dream. So we come in here, and this is what it feels like. Connecting to my high councils. When you fully hit the fifth dimension and the 12th dimensional grid system within inside of you, that light computer, that solar light intelligence, you eventually walk out of a matrix. And you have to understand, it's like you eventually realize you were just in a purgatory system. So the awakening within a dream, in a dream, is the last 35 years, and I am going to say 35 years. All 35 years was nothing but a purgatory system, okay? And it is really distorted, actually, okay? So once you hit the full embodiment and the embodiments of Christ consciousness, galactic consciousness, universal soul consciousness, you vibrate into a higher multiverse. So we're going into the new universe. The grid drops and the universal grid drops holds a purpose that you guys will all be energetically resolving everything that is distorted inside of your body. And it's in the physical body. So a lot of people look out there and the awakening, and it's a reawakening. The reawakening and the remembrance is inside of you. So the divine remembrance is the key words for the next 10 years for the divine human intelligence. The Christed humans, the Christed crystal children of the sun, which are you guys, which are all of you. All of you are. So, and it's really interesting, because you can think it really doesn't matter, but when when the baby comes in, when the creation of the divine human, which is the child, comes in through a portal, okay, I don't really care who you are, that's a pure being. That's a pure being. It's undistorted. The higher heart chakra is fully open. The heart chakras are fully open. It's the programming of the matrix that distorts the child, the infant. Okay? And then all of the old belief systems. So each innocent, pure child that comes in, it's an innocence, a pure innocence with a heart open. Okay? It is born into the creation portals of the two Trinity centers, in a sense, the Trinity centers, and the child is the I'm going to call it the third vortex, if you want to say. You can call it a fourth vortex if you want, but anyways, a trinity. Okay, so you have to understand, most likely the parents are wiped too, so it's all just distorted coming in. So the programming in the old intelligence, that's why I say, is the innocence of the creation of the divine human is already divine coming into the creation portals, is a pure intelligence, which is a pure innocent soul coming in. So anyways, kind of reversing back, it's always going to be important when you are clearing, and you can clear through time travel in your Merkaba, when you start to remember who you are in the remembrance and the reawakening, you can travel backwards in time, and you will have to continuously rebirth through phoenix cycles over and over again, over and over again, and over and over again, until you are able to revert backwards to that pure intelligence with the higher heart open and the chakra gates open and the pineal gland open and your gates synchronized and linked together. Okay? So you will continuously see yourself going through a reversal in time through rebirth, the cycles of rebirth. All right. So when you, whatever it is that resonates in your heart, okay, when you hit a higher dimensional full embodiment of the 12th dimension, Christ consciousness, galactic consciousness, star being embodiment, when you fully anchor, you are transitioning from a purgatory system, which is a prison system, to a freedom system. Okay? So the pure freedom system is the quantum. And that's I call it, well, I'm going to call it the divine light intelligence, quantum, new matrix, new universe. Okay? So awakening from a dream within a dream will continuously feel like that. And you will have to energetically keep resolving. So right now, because of the universal grid drops, and it was 3 back to back, there are adjustments that are happening. You guys will be feeling like you're in a Groundhog's Day, for some, energetically looping. And when you wake up, you'll see time speeding up, or there's no space and time. Right now, because we're in another 0-point grid, to anchor in another 0-point template. And you can call it 0 point. It's like the place between nothing and that nothingness. So my experience is communicating to the Galactic Council is just like, it's that dream is just, that old system is almost completely gone. And there is that you will have the continuously, as far as the wipes, and you will feel the wipes coming in, and you will know it's the wipes, and you have to speed through the veils really fast. The veils of amnesias, you will see the amnesias keep coming back a lot, and the amnesias, and they're very, it's like contractions. So it's a birthing. It's another birthing and another birthing. So you'll have contractions after contractions after contractions. And they'll get closer and closer together where you'll fall back into amnesia and not remembering anything or waking up. I went through it for years, and that's called hitting wires. So, but that will probably be another video. And I had it really intensely. First awakening in 2012, 13, 14, 15, and 16. It was so intense. So it was so intense. It was so intense. I don't know how to explain it to you. That I realized that my higher self says that I was hitting a wire, and was it was the highest version of me that came in and navigated me the whole time. Okay. Now the human will go and run around everywhere else playing the victim roles out, because that is the only thing we know what to do. We want the answers. The answers was right there in front of me, that I had my higher self and my galactic teams, and also one of my sacred guides, which was one of the masters that came in to help me, that was all there. The only thing is that they were invisible to the human eye. So everything was always telepathically, and it's the higher self that was assisting me, because I would wake up in sheer intense panic from hitting these wires, and then I wouldn't remember anything again. I'd be back into an amnesia. So this higher self, which is the big one, the big one in the house, I call it the universal soul, says you're pretty much wired all the way up. So, and it's a grid within inside of the body. So it's kind of like little bombs going off every single time I really hit past way past like the 12th dimensional frequency fences and beyond, because I'll hit these really high points. And I would have these really intense, not going right back into that matrix, kind of like, you know, kind of going all the way back in, and then it started to dissolve, and that really is the ego systems. You can call it an ecosystem, but I'm going to call it a matrix that has to continuously dissolve. Now, I would wake up in sheer anxiety, but it was moving through what we call mind mazes. Now, every way shower has their own way of perceiving, and it's a perception. But I had two-way communication, or like four-way communication, like four-way communication with my councils that were sitting there helping me through each one. Anything that came in, and it's only the Andromedans and Lyrans and Arcturians that I will communicate with, because they are one of the highest councils too as well. So I had a great support team, which are just me talking to me's. It's a multidimensional experience. So I had to move through all of those. Eventually, when you hit Christ consciousness, and the Christ consciousness is where you're able to go out of the body, and you're able to navigate the body as the highest version of you, as the avatar. Once that happens, it's a big dissolving, a big template wipe. So a lot of you guys are going to be experiencing this because of the solar awakening for humanity. You will have to see everything in this whole incarnation, and you will have to reflect. You will have to look inward, and you will continuously to move the density out of the body. It is moving the density out of the body. Okay? There is a multidimensional subconscious split where your subconscious will split. You will split multidimensionally in order for you to unify. There is also the divine human intelligence split. There is a multidimensional split. There is an oversoul split. There is the avatars split, and there is the universal souls split. That will have to, they split and then they unify. So you can call these matrices. All right. Hopefully, if you understand that at all. When you walk out, you completely walk out. So Christ consciousness was a few years ago, but I still have to sit and energetically resolve too, just like all of you guys do. So I keep saying, today I said it is waking from another dream. Now we're quantum jumping, so you have to understand that the quantum jumps are not quantum jumping is releasing time, releasing expectations, and then releasing 100% of planning too. So and I will have to say that I'm still navigating all of this too as well. Also, you can call it if you want to say finances. It could be, now 0 point for us, we're okay with 0 point. Now your human self, and I'm going to call it the divine human will not be okay with 0 point. You have to energetically resolve everything and at like a nanosecond as you go. So it's okay to go down, and we say like 0 point would be nothing, no money at all. So that one is hilarious to pass through. And then you trust, you sit here and trust as you trust in yourself, and that's all you're doing, is that you are the higher self, you are the driver of your ship, you are the creator, you materialize everything. As you quantum jump, you materialize and you birth the realities. So my stomach will bloat up with photonic light, and it will look like I'm 9 months pregnant, and that's how I know that we're birthing. So we do nurture the stomach. the solar plexus, we do sit there and go, okay, this is what we're creating, and then it will materialize. Now the 0 point right now, moving from a dream within a dream, I have to go down to 0 point, and it would be also what else we have to release that could be what we call materialism, I guess, but it would just be that nothingness, and then trusting in the super quantum computer system in order to materialize anything, resources that are needed. And it always will materialize, but that is the hilarious part, is when you actually realize how to do everything, is that we know we have to go down to the 0 point 100%. And a lot for the human intelligence, that would be the frequencies of money to money, cars, everything else, everything goes, right? So everything, you have to figure out what continuously has to go. What does continuously have to go? So for the humans, is always going to be money, because that's going to be the highest templates for you to experience divine trust. I'm going to say divine trust, divine light intelligence, your divine will, pure love intelligence. I can keep going on and on. Conscious awareness, conscious expansion. I'm just going to say divine power, and then creator self. So the creator self, and that is the last template. Just want you to know. It's one of your highest contracts that you'll ever have, is with the frequencies of money. Money is a frequency and a vibrational frequency. So you would have to understand that would be your highest contract for you to experience how, who, what, where, and how do we create again? How do we materialize? So a lot of people will sit in the victim energies for years. Some will not, because their heart is really open. Eventually you would realize that it is, even if you go down to a penny, you will appreciate it. You are activating a template for the creator self to materialize into physical form your next adventure, your next adventure. All right. And that's what it is, your next adventure, your next reality, your higher reality. So you go through many templates with this soul agreement. Okay. You will go through many of them, because you have to clear the unconsciousness within inside of you. It will be one of your highest contracts to unlock your creator self. So hopefully this will be able to assist you. So we do go down to that 0 point, and right now it is all about divine trust, and divine trust in us, in the creator self, in materializing into physical form our next adventure, our next reality, but from a place of multidimensional quantum intelligence, which is, it could be millions of timelines running, millions and millions and millions of timelines running. Once we sleep, we integrate, we exercise, we move the body, and as we sleep and we integrate, we activate more light, we clear millions of timelines. When we wake up, it materializes. It should materialize at a light speed if you, however high you vibrate. It is releasing pretty much everything. You can call it the ego. So right now, we transitioned. So a lot of you guys are going to, you will either know you're going to have to do this, or you'll feel that urge to do it. So a lot of people right now are going to be jumping out of the body. Jumping out of the body, the ones that are still releasing unconscious programming, they're going to be doing off the wall things. They're going to be leaving careers of like 20 years or 10 years or 5 years, just like getting up and walking out. Okay, that has to do with the grid drops. And that is the crystal grids, in a sense, and the universal grids completely dropping and shifting. Those shifts are important because that is going to release them from their old soul contracts. So hopefully you'll be able to understand that. It's just everyone will be acting very off the walls. and they will continuously do it, but it's only off the walls to the human intelligence. Okay, so it's a freedom gate. So right now, the solar awakening for humanity is a freedom gate. A freedom gate to Christ consciousness, galactic consciousness, cosmic consciousness. It is a freedom from the matrix completely. So to everyone else, they're going to believe that a person that is choosing their soul, okay, to an unconscious human, or even an unconscious human awakening, will not be able to resonate with the vibrational frequencies of what is going on. Okay? What is happening is going to continuously do this and continuously do this over and over again for a very long time. Everyone will continuously have to play out everything. So the grid drops are going to be because we are moving into a new era. And the new era is the freedom era. And it will be that you guys will not have choices. And it really is that all the councils just always come in and talk to me and says they will not have choice anymore. They are going to have to get up and energetically resolve at a nanosecond, because that is how speedy it is. It is like warp speed, light speed. It's beyond warp speed to me, that it is just an acceleration of A to Z timelines coming together, but it's a reflection. So the universal grids, it was three times back to back, that, and it was yesterday. It was boom, 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 boom. I could feel it in the shaking to the core in the whole body. I mean, no one could miss that one. It's like a pop open in your head. No one could miss that, being jolted like that. And that's like the whole system. So I could feel the whole system, anything that's in the planet and the universal grids. I can feel it in the system because we are connected. Anything that's connected to the universal grid systems, and also my contracts here. So it's just like a jolt. So you can tell that you can call it the mirror reflections, the ego systems, the unconsciousness, the humans, intelligent, the species, and also I'm gonna say some other extraterrestrials are not going to have a choice. That they're going to have to speed up really fast, and super fast, and a light speed. So you'll just see yourself reflecting. You'll feel like, oh my God, everything, like all my inner all my unconsciousness is coming up. My whole life I've sit here and reflect over and over again. It's gonna cause a lot of people to have sheer anxiety, jumping out of their bodies, acting very accelerated, very expanded to me, and not understanding what's going on. Also probably having phoenix cycles, we call it going down the ego rabbit hole, and having to pull itself back up. It's like the DMT is going to be popping open so much, that crystalline DMT in the pineal gland and the third eyes. Right now, all the third eyes is just going to be like accelerated, that they're not going to understand what's going on at all. So all of that, when the pineal gland opens, that's the higher state of consciousness. That's the higher consciousness centers. So all of them are going to be opening. So generosity and kindness for everyone, and remembering that it's an awakening. Now you can travel down this road, but your ego is going to tell you that nothing's real, or is going to switch you back, and that's what we call the inner battle within. Okay, that's all of your victimization energies. That's going to be your inner battle with inside of you. You can play it out if you want to, in the biggest ways. So you guys can sit there and play it out. You'll be playing it out with all these contracts, or you can play it inwards. So you can learn how to be a master and to do it inward, where you are not you're not pulling people's energies. You're not bringing people into your timelines. You're not literally kind of like sucking in all the soul contracts in to play out all of these contracts really fast. Just letting you know. I just feel like that it's time. I really feel like that it is time for everyone. Okay, it doesn't matter where you're at on your journey, but it's time. It really is time for everyone to kick it into gear to self mastery really fast. And at this point, between Source, Gaia, the universe, all the codes, the light codes, the sun is telling you guys are not going to have a choice but to go to mastery really fast. You have to understand that if you play it out there, and that's going to be all duality consciousness, because you don't understand how programmed you are. You wouldn't understand how programmed you are. It is just interesting, the separation veils and the judgment veils, the deception and the betrayals. Okay, it's just insane playing out right now. So I can tune into the collectives. You can feel the energies, but at this point, with the Christed Sun accelerations, because of these collapses and grids collapses, we have golden ray liquid light coming in from the sun systems, where you guys are actually going to be able to see the sun turn gold, and it's actually going to be really cool. It's all rainbow light frequencies, rainbow light technology, which is a diamond. Diamond sun, we've seen metallic, blue metallic, and that's all the Templar. I call it, for me, okay, so just letting you know, this is my observations. I see nothing but the Templar codes coming in, and it's the Templar star systems, the crisis star systems. I see the Templar symbols in every picture I take, so that's my reality. Obviously, you can tell what dimension I'm in. I'm in a multidimensional dimension that will exist in the new universe. It's a totally different universe, but right now it's going to be vivid for all of humanity that it's going to be gold. You'll see photonic light gold. It's going to shift to gold, which means avatar consciousness mastery, and that's going to be for all of you guys. But everything is going to go so fast, your head will be spinning. You will feel like I'm just sitting here reflecting over and over again. It's like, because everything's opening inside of you, everything is expanding inside of you. You're not going to have a choice. No one on this planet is going to have a choice. And it's like, a lot of people are going to see it more intense. You're just going to be sitting there like this. And some people would just be like in sheer shock and will feel all these ways, because you have to reboot and reset. You have to reboot and reset. You're going to be going in all these different directions, backwards, forwards, everywhere. So everything is a reversal. Everything you ever known, you might as well just throw it out the window. Everything goes, like everything internally inside of you. So I'm telling you that the human intelligence is not going to, the consciousness of the unconscious humans it's no more. So it will not be anymore. You will continuously have to see everything over and over again, like we do, as the avatar masters that went all the way through the gates for everyone. I still am releasing many parts of the ego filters. I'm still releasing a lot of, and removing and energetically resolving and rewriting and recoding every single day. And I literally say, well, I'm just going to get rid of everything 100%. And I know that I was in unconscious awakening for about 6 to 7 years. I'm still removing parts of my ego and saying, I keep telling myself, well, I'm just going to say I'm all in the ego so I can get through this ego to purity. And that is showing the big one in the house that I'm ready for the next systems of the avatar consciousness. Okay? Which is showing him going, okay, move fast. We'll just move faster then. So if you just say and release everything and just energetically resolve it, show me more in a sense. Keep showing me everything. So it will come up really fast at a light speed. And that is a true humble master. A true humble master sees purity and will continuously dissolve anything and everything that needs to go in the physical body, in the intelligence, and it's way beyond enlightenment at this point. So you want to realize that you always want to let go of everything, anything that is built new too as well. Hopefully that will be able to help you, because a lot of people say, I don't have an ego. Yeah, you do. So if it takes us 20 years to remove ours, unless you are raised, okay, and like if you're raised in Tibet, if you're raised as a monk, if you are in daily meditations from the time you're like 1 year old, okay, I'd be like, yeah, 100% I could see that. All right. So that's the whole thing, is that the human intelligence never want to be able to look at the deeper levels of looking within energetically and continuously being okay with releasing and surrendering over any resistance and more resistance to create that inner peace within inside of them. And it's an inner peace inside. You can call it conscious awareness, Christ consciousness, galactic consciousness, master consciousness, whatever you want to. It's inner peace. It is a 0 point. It is not being in your head. It is not thinking, no thoughts. It's a 0 point. So continuously doing that and being raised in a modern day society is hilarious. Okay. That's why we call it neo-intelligence. So it's kind of that you have to it's a reversal back, and keeping the heart portal open, keeping the heart, but being in the heart. You shouldn't be thinking at all. So some will experience 0 point right now, and some will experience them coming out of their bodies. Is what we're getting at for today. So a dream within a dream, stepping out of purgatory, 100%, stepping out of a matrix, a 35-year matrix, 100%. 35 years of, to a lot of way showers, 35 years of hell. All right, to them. Some of them. I'm going to say 35 years of an observation for the ultra-dimensional beings. And that's it. Right, guys? Yeah, you're like, right. It's really funny when you get a response above your head. Okay, so I was in an observation for 35 years for ultra-dimensional beings in a higher harmonic universe. And a very close universal galactic gate center that I can just touch from here. So, observation for 35 years to report back to ultra-dimensional beings that are a higher intelligence and a very higher intelligence of a harmonic system, I'm going to call it, that would look like a massive, really cool massive Stargate to a lot of you guys. But I'm going to say the Akashic. A lot of people call it the Akash. I call it the world of God. Okay? That's another name for it. world of gods. Anyways, if you ever get there, they'll let you know. It's ultra-dimensional beings. So it's how to explain it. It is a really beautiful crystalline, it will look crystalline, blue frequency. Now, when you do tune into it, I see blue, which is like a metallic. But a lot of you guys most likely will activate the Godhead centers, and you will see the turquoise, the pinks, and the yellows, and golds, and other stuff too. Yeah. It's funny. I hear a lot of music, singing, and orchestras up there. So, and then I usually would just stay up there. And it's 35 years of observation. A lot of way showers to say it's purgatory and hell. Well, however it is that you view and you look at it. Okay? Now, my human self, which is the old self, which is the parts of the split one that I'm still unifying with, which is it's pretty much the scared child, if you want to say, and this is split in a consciousness, but I know how that's split too as well, and I will talk about that in the future timelines, in about 10 years when my higher self says I'm allowed to talk about it. So I'm not allowed to talk about it yet, but I know how that split happened with with a you can call it, I'm going to say a multidimensional aspect, which is the aspect I think for probably about 3 years old, 4 years old, and 7 years old, and there's probably about a 9-year-old too, but it's going to be the 3, 4, 5, and it's a fear. I call it. It would be an aspect that isn't like an unresolved. So the unresolved, the one that will be in that sheer panic, okay, from the, well, I'm going to say the horrors of the Matrix itself. So that, yeah, I would call it the horrors. And that is the 3-year-old and the 4-year-old and the 5-year-old and the 7-year-old, of the programming that is done to the human intelligence. So the programming of that whole system would be, this is the reason why a lot of way showers call it purgatory, and it is hell. Okay, and that is the viewpoint of a perception grid, that if you look back and you are purified from all the distortions of the matrix, and you purified and you are looking through the collective consciousness at all the elite programming and all of the dark programming and the Luciferian programming, which is nothing to do with the Christianity churches. Just want you to know that. It's an actual program. All right. So this will be a good one, guys. It's a super quantum computer system in itself. It's the universal time grid. So if you know it's a holographic reality, it can be programmed. Okay? Hopefully you'll be able to follow for a minute with me. The matrix is programmed. Okay? So it's the matrix itself is a computer template. It's a matrix. Every matrix has, it's multidimensional. I'm going to say multidimensional templates. It's a computer system in itself. So it can be programmed. It can be hacked. Okay? I've heard other people say it's a war on consciousness. The consciousness can be hacked. Okay. So that's fine. Whatever it is at the other way shores. So just letting you know, when we talk about the humans being programmed with, and going back to Luciferian programming, is dark programming, elite programming. That's all television. Just want you to know that. All and some other stuff too, but it's one of the highest ones we have here on the planet. You have to understand that is all kind of like a stimulus program. It's a holographic reality. It could be programmed with anything. It has nothing to do with the human intelligence. It has to do with beings you can't see. It has to do with the intruder races that are not here anymore. A lot of people is like, anyways, there's just not. It's like you would have to understand that when they say the unconsciousness of the human intelligence, that intelligence is programmed completely. Eventually, when you purify the physical body and you activate the light bodies and you return to the avatar consciousness, which is the 12th dimensional templates, when you truly purify and also unify inside of you the duality consciousness, when you continuously purify yourself, and you will realize, you will start to see, why would the way showers call it purgatory? It's a dimensional grid. Why would they call it hell? Okay, what do they mean by dark programming? Please don't go into fear about Luciferian programming. I'm just going to call it distortions from the Matrix. Okay. Anyways, hopefully you guys will be able to understand that it is a deprogramming. So everyone on the planet, because of all the photonic light coming in, is going to be deprogrammed. You won't have a choice at all. So all of you guys are going, I always sit there kind of laughing, going, it's like they really are. Okay, so, and there's another deprogramming that's going to come, and that's going to be for all communities and collectives, and the spiritual community, big time, is about to go through another big huge collapse, and another huge deprogramming completely. That it's there's a reason why a lot of the way showers are all the way out completely and holding a space of pure love and holding a very high divine space of pure love. There's a reason why a lot of them have chosen that path to go all the way out, to be able to look at it from like a multidimensional view, going, well, this is all going to go very soon. It's going to go through another huge deprogram. So there's a lot of us, is the reason why it would never resonate with us, because we are continuously creating new. So it will never ever resonate with us 100%. We are always creating new. We're here to bring in the new templates and to wipe the old templates. And it could be within a second, minutes, or a day, or a month. So it's continuously evolving. We will always never, I will always say, I will always never resonate. Okay, because it's like, you can say never, but you would have to understand how to explain it, is that we will continuously find a new resonance, a new frequency, a new vibration, a new frequency, new energy, new vibration, new frequency, new energy, vibration. We're doing it for the collective consciousness. We're bringing in new bodies, new templates, new codes, new photonic codes, anchoring in light, divine light. It's always going to be like that. That is the ones that chose the soul agreements for that, pathways and passageways and gateways. So we continuously hold a huge light space with inside of us, a massive grid that is inside of us, that is that huge pillar of light. We can connect to other way showers, and then there's some, which is a certain type of avatar. There is an avatar consciousness grid that is a different type of avatar consciousness grid that does not connect to even them, which is the new, which is the crystal grid. Okay, it is a crystal grid, a new grid. I don't know how to explain it. A diamond plasma grid. It has atomic fire in it now. It's lots of atomic, but this one will not connect to the other way showers at all. These are different types of avatars that are fully online, that will not, because they are constructing on another universal system I actually see it more of a universal time matrix, like another one. So it's actually really cool to tune into, that there's ones that are just like, no, they have enough over there, or however it is something completion new, is the way that I see it, is that they just won't, and say no, this energy will not be allowed in our field. This frequency doesn't resonate with us. This frequency doesn't. So there might be just one there, and many avatars that is just in one vessel. So that's okay. You have to understand that any of those pods, you call them pods, holds a purpose, and they hold their grid together for the collective consciousness. In that pure space doesn't mean that we always have to be with everyone else. I don't know how to explain it. It's a little bit about evolution, that there might be one that is just reaching for the stars. Yeah. What that is, keeps going even higher and higher, and just keeps breaking down everything and saying, you know what? Nope, I'm not going to grid here. And that could be another collapse. So we'll go into that, because I'm going into an hour. Hopefully you guys would be able to understand that. It is like a few of the grid drops that I experienced 3 years ago. I experienced it. I went to the avatar oversoul, and then an avatar state of consciousness, and then there were some other extreme things that happened to me afterwards, which we are definitely talking about in the future timelines, but not right now. So as we're able to be able to anchor, went all the way up, soul groups, all the soul groups I was holding up here on the planet, which was millions of them, connected into a grid, completely collapsed, dropped. Those are not my soul groups anymore. Okay. And it has to do with the extent of the vehicle itself, which is the super quantum computer system, the body vehicle, the big one in the house, if you want to say, which is my higher self, saying, okay, so we're unplugging from all of these soul groups. This is not your soul group anymore at all. So you upgraded to a new system, a new intelligence, and that was a few years ago, completely unplugged. So I have a new one for you, which is really cool. And those are the ones I usually communicate with anyways. They're already on a 12th dimensional system 100%, but we telepathically communicate to each other. There's ones from the 4000s too as well. That's my group. That's my soul group. Okay. Now I'm going through another one. Well, we'll be dropping down from that one very soon, and we'll be going even higher to the next one. So it's kind of like, where do you want to plug into? And I realized that is the transition, that all this has to happen. I have to release another soul group that you guys, maybe there's a few here on the planet, and that's it. Majority of them are way in the future, from the 4000s, which there is no time and space, but that's the group. They're a higher intelligence. They teleport in, they teleport out. I can see them. I know they're real. I'm way past those, like way past being online, if that makes sense. Way past. I can see them, and I've had profound experiences with them where it's like you can't make it up at all. And I realized, okay, you guys definitely are my soul group 100%. I know you guys. This is a resonance here. This is even a higher resonance than anyone I've ever encountered on the planet at all. This is the resonance, okay? The only thing is that that's the only thing is, I was like, no one can see you guys. They can't, because they're in a parallel Earth, in a higher Earth system. Okay, some, and then some not. Some of them are on ships and ships and other galaxy centers too as well. Now, the other universe of where I come from, that's also a residence. Okay, so those groups would be my family. My family obviously is in a higher universe, a higher harmonic universe, where you would not be able to see them unless you activate your 12th dimensional grid, super quantum computer system, which is all your light bodies. And then you would realize, oh, okay, now we know what she's talking about. You have to vibrate. You actually have to vibrate higher, and then you can see them. Now there is the ones that have brought me all the way up, which are the really big avatars, okay? And they rather me be here with them in this soul group. So now it's a next level up soul group, and they bring me up and they say, okay, so we want you to be here with us, and you need to release all these other soul groups. And I said, okay. So I get it. You have to understand that this is the next system coming online. So this system only has a few in non-existence on this planet. Exactly. So this one is non-existence on this planet, and that's fine. So you never know what's coming in when you start communicating to your higher self, and your higher self is telling all these things. I hope that you actually believe your higher selves, because I never did for almost 10 years because I was in my ego. Okay? But the one thing that the highest higher self said, he says, I actually loved that about you because it showed me you really don't have an ego. So it's like all these funny riddles, and always telling me you're just very humbled. You're always in inner peace. So you never let it get too much to you. So that's the one that pulled me out completely, and pulled me out of everything, actually, from the past 35 years, and that's about it. So this is the one where this is the soul journey, the soul agreement, if you want to say. The higher and higher and higher we go, now I have new contracts. So the way that I wanted to just kind of come on today is that a lot of you guys are just going to be experiencing accelerations of energetically resolving everything inside of you, and then you should be able to start getting your memories back of your galactic origins, your star origins, your ancient memories, starting to understand about the light bodies, the super quantum computer system, how to drive your starships, which is your Merkaba systems. As you remember this, as you clear and deprogram, the more you deprogram and the faster you deprogram, the more you'll actually will be able to restore your plates. So you'll be able to get your memories back. You will start to remember about the Merkaba vehicle. How does it work? Teleportation, biolocation, translocation, multidimensional walking, multidimensional timeline jumping, multidimensional quantum jumping, stargates, gateways, passageways, teleportation through passageways, multidimensionally walking from dimension to dimensions, like we do, we vibrating in and out of dimensions, timelines, sleeping, resting, upgrading, integration, understanding that sleeping is the highest for you to clear the density, activating codes, light codes, photonic light, purity in the body, pure clean water. What do you put into your body? Detoxing your body. You will start to turn it on, because you are going to realize that you are in a purgatory dream and you want to get out as fast as possible. Now, there will be all parts of you that are split, so all your anger is going to come up, all your hatred, all your separation, all your duality, all your battle within is only within you. It is here inside of you. Your guilt, your shame, everything is inside of you. All right. So hopefully you will just pull away for a few years and honor that space and know your energy and understand that this is your energy right here. This is not, has nothing to do with anybody around you. Okay. And that is the transmissions. So the transmissions of what you transmit. All right. The veils are super thin, and it's not about seeing the other side, because a lot of people think about that. When we say the veils are being removed, we are talking about the illusions of the matrix, not necessarily seeing the other side. Okay, like a lot of people think about like Halloween and certain points where the veils are really thin, about seeing what is it, multidimensional beings or plasma beings or entities, or that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about your amnesias and your veils within inside of you, of your unconsciousness, of the unconsciousness, in order for you to activate the codes. And it's an activation to clear the distortions, to energetically resolve your own inner illusions, okay, which is inner illusions with inside of you, which is all fear frequencies. Why do you believe in your limitations, your fixed belief systems, and your boxes, and everything that you hold yourself in little boxes? And it takes time for you. So honor the space. The more you sleep, the more you rest, the more you activate codes. The more you activate codes, okay, in your physical body, and you take your ascension seriously, in a sense, I guess you call it seriously, but if you just take the ascension to the next level, okay, I'm going to say, if you just take the ascension body to the next level, you will be able to move through it faster, and to full communication to your higher self, and just telling your higher self, I just want to activate the codes and to clear the distortions as fast as possible, and I want to open the heart more. Show me ways to open the heart. Opening the heart is the highest point, okay? Right here. And a lot of people, I hope you guys understand, it really is your heart. Aligning to the universe completely, playing and having fun, and mysticals and magic, blissful states of consciousness. We live in bliss all the time, laughing and having fun. We do have to get a lot of things done, majority of the time. So right now, at least for me, it's pushing through, getting up, exercising, having to move the body, getting everything done that needs to be done. And the feet hurt a lot now. And my feet are clearing still, because I'm activating new grids in the feet. So it feels like lots of pain in the feet, and which is expansion in the feet. The feet, and that will be for a very long time, because of my chosen paths here. Like I said, the observations of the old system that I was in, that we are in, it takes, the feet are amplifying up again. And that is the acceleration of cleansing and clearing unresolved energy. Unresolved energy, unresolved trauma, repressed trauma all goes to the feet. And I heard this from somebody really cool that I love. I love listening to her. And I realized it is, right? And I know the higher self says it's just trauma in your feet, that everything goes into the feet, and it sure does. So that's an amplifier right now, is the feet will be activating and buzzing, because it's new galaxy crystal stars that are activating, because it's a new galaxy body, a whole new Andarian system, and an infinity galaxy super quantum computer system. So let's say galaxy, star codes all activating in the feet. It's the universal galaxy centers that are activating in the feet right now. So it's an amplifier, but it also is a lot of pain too. Feeling like the feet hurt as well. So just rest and sleep, and nurture yourself, and to detox the body, and everything is all over the place. So like I said, everything is reversal. Everything that you ever know is reversal, but we're also going backwards and forwards, and it really is sideways, and everything all crazy right now. Very in a geometrics for us to push through. it seems like geometric, sacred geometrics, and that's all the Merkaba. The Merkaba will start to do that. You will feel like you're going in all these different directions in order to move you out of whatever old template that you're in, still releasing the old systems, and it could be multiple old systems. So a lot of people think the 3D and 4D, but it's also 5D systems and 7D systems. Those are actually old systems. So anything that was, I'm going to say, a few minutes ago is old systems completely. And a lot of people would say and ask questions. How do I do this? How do I do that? Okay, always asking questions is good, right? So they always want to know a little bit more about how, and it's really simple. I always tell people getting up and rest. Well, first, don't get up out of bed. Lay there and rest. Don't get up right away. You're going to have to learn how to do this if you're still also setting your alarms. My higher self wakes me up for everything. Even if I have sessions, always a few hours early. And then we pretty much lay in bed and I meditate. I connect to my heart. I do, I pretty much fill up the body with whatever pure love, divine love. It's kind of like a transmission. I activate frequencies. So I activate pure love, intelligence throughout my body. I will connect to the heart. I will most likely be sitting there with my higher self for about an hour and then giggling and laughing a lot, actually, because my higher selves are hilarious. And the avatar would be making me crack up the whole time. But it's a connection. So at first, when you're in the ego systems, dissolving them right now, like a lot of people are, you're going to have to sit there for a while. You probably won't hear anything. Okay, so you might not have this experience that I have now. You want to dedicate at least an hour to yourself, laying and integrating the codes. What were you doing? What was your dream state like? Do you remember your dreams yet? If you don't, you have to decalcify your pineal gland then. Those are simple. Tuning into the physical body. If you tune into your physical body for about an hour, you should be able to see your timelines. You should see how your day is about to go. You will actually start to see all your timelines materializing in front of you. That is quantum consciousness. You will be able to receive everything you have to get done really fast within the day. Everything that needs to be done for a higher timeline. That should be an hour of, you can call it meditation, but opening your heart. So placing your hands on your heart center, laying in bed for an hour, and breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. The more you activate the rhythm of the breath, you will be able to tune into your whole reality, your multidimensional grid. You'll be able to tune into your higher selves, and you also should be able to tune into the light codes and the codes coming in that you'll be integrating when you're finished with the day. 2, you can put your hand on your heart and you should be able to have full communication with your soul consciousness, which is the first matrix of the first higher self, which is the soul matrix. Okay, soul consciousness. That would be a good communication for a very long time. For years. So 30 minutes for an hour, and don't get up out of bed. That will be one of your highest points. The next highest point is right before you go to bed. You will receive your answers in the morning, right before you wake up. Your pineal gland should be able to open right away. That's how a lot of us actually started seeing. Where you could see straight through your brain right before you wake up, and you really do see straight through your brain. Okay, like this. It's actually really weird. That's how you will receive everything in the beginning. Hands on your heart. You have to place the hands on your heart for years. in order for you to connect to your soul consciousness here. First higher self, then you have your oversoul. The oversoul talks above that. Sorry. Oh my gosh. I have too much light. I have a lot of light come in. The oversoul is above the crown. Okay? And then merges into the heart. Okay, so you want to develop that relationship first, and not getting up out of the bed, relaxing the body, cleansing and clearing, taking a shower, and then go about your day of what you need to get done. You should be able to learn how to be quantum consciousness and get everything done in a few hours, unless you're still going linear. Linear would mean you have to go into work. You would have to go into work, which is linear, and then non-linear. Okay, non-linear is when you step out of work. So you'll have to navigate that for a while. But you'll learn how to do that too as well. Okay? Until you start trusting in your higher self completely and get into the creation templates, which the creation templates will be, like we said, a lot of entrepreneur, figuring out your soul path, your soul mission. So hopefully that would be able to help you right now. If you can, I would take a month off work. If you can, take a few weeks off work. Go on vacation right now if you can, for the next few weeks, because it's going to be accelerated and you could sleep. I would just sleep for a month, sleep for a few weeks, and take your vacation time very soon. That way you can integrate. As the more we integrate, the more we upgrade. The more we upgrade and integrate, the more we're able to align to the highest path, highest purpose, highest timelines too. That's multi-dimensional timeline jumping. You can work through stargates and teleport if you just sleep for a few weeks. One day you'll be able to understand, because the human intelligence would not understand what we're talking about right now, but one day you will understand. Most of us are sleeping. Most of us are probably either hibernating and being out in the sun, hibernating, and just sleeping and resting and upgrading, and that's all we do. So it's way opposite. It's 100% opposite. It's like tomorrow's day will be a few sessions, and that's it. Sleep integration, working out, going and moving the body, and then back to bed, sharing, doing everything we're supposed to get done really fast, and then sleeping, and that's it. So just upgrading. Shifting and moving around, quantum jumping, stargate jumping, teleportation, which is just insane right now, and getting everything done as fast as possible in order for us to push through a gate center that is the highest timeline. So hopefully you guys will enjoy this, but we're going into an hour and a half. I just wanted to share, this is the episode 18, and it is, like we said, awakening from a dream within a dream. And that's what I tell my husband all the time, is that the past month, I just keep telling him, I was like, it's almost as if like I'm waking up in a totally different universe, world, and it's like a dream within a dream. Like I feel like I exited an observatory, in a sense of a system that is really distorted, and now I just want to upgrade as much as I can, upgrade and bring in new codes, new templates. Like I said, I do energy updates, and I did say we did have 3 major grid collapses, and that's good. Okay, but a lot of you guys are going to be seeing yourself go straight into mastery really fast. And the human consciousness is the unconsciousness of your human selves is going to either really, it will be really intense for some, and some will not. Okay, so it could be the internal freedom, 100% blissful states, and it will be really intense for a lot. Okay, a lot of people in the collective consciousness right now. So open the heart center and to love and to be kind and generous, because they have to pull up all of their distortions, all of their programs. They have to. So all of the victim energies, all of the fear virus inside of them is going to release at a very rapid space. All of the anger and the hatred is all Luciferian programming. Okay? So they have to get it out, either which way that they want to, and that's all ancient energies, and that's going to continue. And that's more in the collectives. It's not really ones that are already way past into the new earth systems. Those ones are probably expanding and having a lot of fun, but I'm here kind of still moving back and forth through dimensions, still, because I'm still releasing the last, I'm going to say, the last eternal shifts that need to be made as fast as possible. So hopefully this will be able to assist you. I hope all of you guys are going to be taking pictures of the full embodiment of the new avatar sun that we're going to have, which is the golden ray sun. I hope you guys are able to tune into it. We have lots of rainbow light technology coming in, and lots of atomic gamma codes, phoenix codes, but atomic gamma. Yeah, lots of new gamma frequencies, solar winds. But you guys will be able to see the liquid. It is a liquid golden light plasma. It is so beautiful. Okay, it's the golden body for a lot of us, and then it's going to emanate from the sun. So I hope you guys are able to take pictures and send them in. You should be able to see the golden light around it. So we are doing really well, and I just wanted to express that too as well. So hopefully you would be able to understand in the future. You will feel the internal freedom gates completely when you know that you feel like you just woke up from a dream within a dream within a dream, and that's a lucid, and it's still, the quantum is still navigating. So kind of like quantum navigating, I'm still getting used to it, and I've been doing this for 10 years. So I hope you guys have fun.